Alright, hello! Is everything operational? Alright. Everything seems to be good. This may be a little loud now. Welcome to probably it's potentially my second favorite game. I think Minecraft Dungeons is probably the best spin-off game that will ever come out. Of course, I'm very biased, but I just think it's really cool. I think it's a really cool game. We're gonna play it. So first, we need to start out by choosing our duder here. Let's see. It's a tough decision. It's a tough decision. All the choices we have. However, I think we should go with this guy. I like this guy. I have played the game a little bit in my spare time, but not too much. Not too much. All right, there. Settings. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit, maybe a little bit. I'll bring it down to about 30 or so. We'll see how that works. Yeah, we'll see how that works. Alright, Squid Coast. Squid Coast Gaming! Alright, so let me check the stream for a second. Let's see.
The village is burning. No doubt this is the work of the evil Arch-Illager and his minions. They sweep across the land like a ravenous scourge, subjugating or destroying all in their path. This is a time for heroes like yourself. Make haste. The villagers have need of you.
I always thought the opening of this game was really cool. Now, so I played this when it came out quite a bit ago, and I played it on console. And I've played it a little bit just to get used to the controls because, you know, on PC, which is something important to note, the game is fully played. You can essentially play the game one-handed. That's what I'm trying to say. You can essentially play Minecraft Dungeons one-handed. Because everything, all like the primary attacking controls and combat is done using your mouse. Which I always thought, it's like, well, how exactly would that work in a game like this? And somehow they managed to make it work. So the way that combat seems to work is that by clicking on an enemy, it essentially prioritizes them above everything else. And your character will just run straight towards that guy and just take him out. Now, I think it's back. No, it's up here. I'm already sweating. Oh, gamer sweats. But no, all the controls really are done, strangely enough, through a mouse. You essentially don't even need a keyboard. Well, you need a keyboard in the sense that, like, controls are indeed bound to your keyboard, but the primary controls that the simple attacking controls and, like, bow-related stuff is not attached to any any keyboard input, which is so interesting. Like, I booted this up, and I was like, all right, well, I'll open my extensions. I want to practice it, you know, play a little bit off, you know, just kind of like off. There it is. Alright, I got it. It's a piece of paper. Ah, yes, there it is. Okay, got it. But I have been playing just like a little bit because, you know, I enjoy games even when I'm not recording. You know, it's hard to believe. You know, it's pretty hard to believe. I was so confused because, like, wait, how does everything operate? Because I was so used to using a controller, not even realizing that. Oh yeah, I forgot I should probably enchant my gear. The really cool part about this game, I'm gonna get prospecting because of money. Yes, artifacts. What's really cool about this game, like, even though I transitioned from using a mouse and keyboard to, well, not a mouse and keyboard, using a controller to a mouse and keyboard,
You were too late to rescue the villagers,
really doesn't
but
feel
don't
that
fret. They're still
different.
out there somewhere
Like,
waiting for a hero
it really
to find
does
them.
feel like the same game across both versions. I've noticed a lot of differences from when I played it on console, because I haven't played the game in a while, and I've seen that there have been a lot of updates, and there's DLC, and there's like season passes and stuff, and it's like, that's cool and all, but the base game is wild. I'm looking at the base game, and I am finding that it is just the good old game that I remember back when it first came out. Because when this first came out, jeez, dude, it was just nuts. When this came out, I'm gonna be honest, when I heard that they were making it like Minecraft Dungeons, when I heard they were making a Diablo-esque game like this, you can see, as you can see, I've played a bit. Gotten a little bit of experience on like the rank thing. I'm noticing the frame rate is kind of dipping on the stream, but only in like one specific part. You're gonna have to watch out for that. But yeah, this is like the whole thing with this game is it's just really fun. I'm gonna be honest. So we're gonna go into Creeper Woods here. Like, what was I saying? I'm getting sidetracked already. Oh, mouse and keyboard switch. There it is. Or it's the switch from console to mouse and keyboard. I was very confused when I saw that it was just mouse. Like, just mouse movement. Like, your character moves, attacks. It lives and breathes by the mouse, essentially. It lives and breathes by the mouse. Now, oddly enough, it's not actually that bad. Like, it really is not that bad.
By the Arch-Illager's decree, all free folk are now enemies of the Illager Empire. Somewhere in these woods, a caravan is transporting villager prisoners to labor in far-off lands.
Dang.
Find the caravan and stop the Illagers, or there's no telling what dreadful doom will befall our villager friends.
Okay, I'm looking at the stream. This is either all on my end. I really hope it's just on my end. Things are looking a little choppy, and I'm really hoping that's not the case. Let me see. Well, first stream is first stream. I think it looks okay. I'm not sure yet though. What was I saying before? Oh yeah, the mouse switch. Everything is done by mouse, and I think that is just incredibly interesting. Oh, nice. Let's put this on. Because all movements are done with the mouse. Like all attacks, everything is done with the mouse. Like me attacking right now, all done by the mouse. Drawing your bow, all done by the mouse. Movement, everything done by the mouse. I don't think I've seen that in a game like this before. I have not seen that. Of course, it's Diablo-esque, which I guess Diablo is. Oh. Huh. Well, that's quite a bit of progression kicked there. I mean, hey, look at that. But when it comes to like the mouse and keyboard switching, like going from console and stuff, I was quite confused. So I was like, wait, how does combat fare in this game if it's based on the mouse and keyboard? I was like, that didn't make sense to me. I didn't think controls could fully be... Like, I thought it was WASD. I was thinking, all right, well, typical game here. You got your WASDs, you got your mouse for aiming and stuff like that. No, it's all movement based on the mouse. And that is interesting. At least that time. Alright. This is one of the new areas they introduced ever since they did DLC. This is the... Oh yeah, this guy. Just gonna wait. There he is. Like that area, those guys are not super hard. It's just you gotta be ready for them. All right, let's see. Hunting armor, 9 health instead. I mean, I guess it's better. Oh, this is most certainly better. All right, there we go. What the heck? Okay, interesting. Nice. Ooh, the music's getting intense. Take down every single enemy just to get to the archer. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, creepers. Oh my gosh. Consumables. Okay. Nah. Got it. Let's hop this. Yeah. But if you have no idea what's going on, I probably have done a very bad job explaining what the hell is happening right now. This is an Enderman area. So there's only an Enderman dude over here. I think. Like another one of the Endermen. Most people have seen this game already. If you haven't, I will try my best not to spoil what happens. Like, I haven't even played through all this game. I played through the main game. Oh gosh. I played through the main game, and that was kind of cool. So I haven't played like this DLC and stuff. And I thought, hey, why not stream it? Because that could be cool. That could be fun. That's in the sharpness and which is pretty good. Oh, see that's an awkward thing with there's a chest. So we have a better axe. And then we're pooped out right here. Like, it's a little clunky, but I'm probably just not used to the controls yet. Alright, the gate went. That's good. I'm gonna check the secret paths. I really enjoy the secret stuff, like the pathways. Find some pretty good stuff, especially back in here. It's just not often. Like, there's all kinds of like stuff, because like there could be a chest back here, and there is. Look at that. And I found some better wolf armor. Look at that. Something interesting I found about this game on PC that you can't actually do, or rather couldn't do last time I checked, which was actually quite a while ago. Something you couldn't do was cancel arrow attacks. That's not something you could do. Like, I can charge this, and by pressing my melee attack, it just cancels it. That was not something I remember you were able to do. It was, you hold down on console at least, you're holding that arrow, like you accidentally pull that arrow back, say goodbye to one arrow, you know, in your quiver. Say goodbye. So let's just go in here. I just had to check the stream. Kill everybody with it. Nice. Sweet. Just clearing through these guys with this motion is incredible. But what do you guys think of Minecraft videos? I made a community post, and I mean, there wasn't much to talk about, of course, but hey, that's fine. I think it's really good. Obviously, super biased, but I think it is probably one of the best games to be released other than Minecraft. And well, my opinion on Minecraft has changed. I've played a little more of. Oh, look at that! Archer's armor. Interesting. But I've been playing a lot more like modded Minecraft recently, and I've noticed the no matter what mod you install, the same problem with Minecraft still remains, in the sense that progression is quite stale in most situations, and just actions in the early game are just incredibly, they are quite tedious. If I were to describe a lot of actions in Minecraft, the word would be tedious. They are not hard, they are tedious. You see, like, when you're in, like when you want to build like a giant castle or something, it's not hard to construct that castle. And gathering the materials isn't hard either. It's tedious. The tediousness and the constant need to just gather and gather is kind of what throws me off. It's less of exploring, kind of, because like the really cool parts about Minecraft mods, in my opinion, are the structures they make, or the structures they add to the game. So like, what I'm saying is that like structures and stuff like that, even for just that was not intentional. lobby, but structures that just like add bosses or add enemies or like battle towers or and stuff like that. It's like those structures are unique in the sense that they are not things that you usually find in your everyday, you know, Minecraft gaming session. That's not something you often find. So it's something that it rewards exploration. You explored, cool. You found something really cool. Now you get to go through that and you get to loot whatever the heck is in there. And most of the time, it's probably something pretty good. I know, I forget what mod it is. That just adds these battle towers like a giant stone golem or something at the top. It's kind of like a mini boss. Those are really cool. They're battle towers. They're really cool to go through. I completely forget the name of them. But they're really cool to go through. And they're quite rewarding, but they're also quite dangerous. And I think this is just one of those games that just scratches my itch of like combat and like exploration, all that. It just scratches that itch. This was a great idea. Nice. Oh yeah, he's in the eye there. Nice. Now, something did come up though. The statement of like Minecraft Dungeons being an as a concept, or like being, I keep doing that. Maybe I shouldn't prime them like that. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Let's see. The idea that Minecraft Dungeons is like, now of course every game has flaws, obviously. Let's just slap that. Let's just slap that boy right on, why don't we? Bunch more health, speed boost, and I think stuff relating to arrows, which is nice. But I do want to know why you would think that the game conceptually is just like, what? This is essentially Diablo. This is literally Diablo Minecraft. This is Minecraft Diablo. I have never played Diablo, but if this is how Diablo plays, if this is how Diablo plays, I probably would be a big fan of Diablo. Because I like these hack and slash kind of like wave after wave after wave of enemies that you're constantly battling and constantly upgrading your stuff. It's really fun. That's why I really enjoy EDF, Earth Defense Force. I've only played 4.1, but only playing 4.1. I really like the game. Like just like the constant stream of upgrades and enemies and upgrades and enemies and stuff like that. The game has, like this game here has a lot of difficulties to it. But you just gotta beat the game first on its normal difficulty. Like I was just playing solo. I am playing solo right now. But you understand what I mean. I was not streaming, not recording, just kind of playing on my own time. And I probably within a few hours reached, of course, the hours, yeah, that's quite a bit of time. But it really did not take super long to get my power level to the maximum that it could be, at least for this difficulty. Now, of course, this is the default difficulty. Like, this is the easiest difficulty. This is like baby difficulty. But, that was a mistake. Never mind. Perfectly planned. How did that happen? Okay. Something about the fishing rod. Not a big fan of the fishing rod. Not gonna lie. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's very good. Come here. Nope. It did not work then. Okay. Well, that's fine. It worked on that guy, but it didn't work on the other guy who I was pointing at. I worked on him, pulled him right to the wall. Alright, it's okay. It's a situation, as they put it. Like that. Okay, that did not make contact with that man. I am confused. Yeah, right for the machine. That's constantly flipping up the mini-map. Let's go. That guy double damage. Yes, I do discriminate against passive miners. Or rather, I don't discriminate. Everything dies. Force dude. Die! I like the ragdolls. I think the ragdolls. Rocket, and take the rose. Ooh. Yes, I also did totally and intentionally use that Shadow Brew on this sheep. I remember Creepy Woods having ghosts. I think that's just strictly. Like I can cancel my. I can cancel out my long-range attack, which is not like my bow. I can cancel that. I don't remember being able to do that in console. That's a nice change. That's a nice change. You'd pull the bow back, like out of a panic, you'd pull the bow back, and you'd just be like, oh, well, what do I do now? Just kind of like roll away? What? That's... But you would roll in a panic. You're like, oh, well, by rolling, I should theoretically be able to stop charging. That's not how it works. Rolling just puts you back in charge. Yes, I saw the chest. I'm just exploring the whole thing. That's another really good one. I could get like 1,000,000 dupes, and I could use them all. Use them all for me. What do you think is down here? Like seriously, what do you think is down there? Let's find out. I can't find out. Let's find out. It's just like there's so much about the game that I just really enjoy, and I just wish more people played the game, because I have not, like, I do not see videos being made on this game. I might just be blind to it, you know, I might just be looking in the wrong spots, but I just do not see content coming out of this game. And I do not understand why, because it is just so much fun. Like, it is just it is just so much just dumb and awesome fun. Look at that. It didn't even hit me. I'm so confused. I want to try to figure out the hitbox. And I don't know. That is the first.
These villages are free from the clasp of the Illagers. All thanks to you.
Pretty good, not gonna lie. I mean, like I know this loading screen is very different from when I played. Like, this is a very different loading screen. This is not the loading screen I played. Nice. All right. These chests are artifacts. Yeah, that's. Now, I do question. Can I find a way to tank? Hold on. All right, there we go. All right. So when it comes to bows, hunting bow's pretty good. Nice. Let's see. Let's just put that on there. Let's put you on there. How about that? Now weapon-wise, we can probably get rid of these weaker weapons. I just think weapon, just like the way that just the way that you progress in this game, weapon-wise, it's just so fun. It's just so much fun to be had, progressing and like getting new weapons and stuff. 27, 29. This is cool. I like this. However, whoa, excuse me. This is much stronger indeed. Now, ranged-wise, we can just get rid of these. Seeing as we have equipped ourselves with even more powerful materials, and we can still remain an archer. Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. Something we can do, actually, now that I think about it. Like, if you want to, like, save a weapon range that's in it, like, there's just so much in the Creepy Crypt. There's just so much crap in the Creepy Crypt. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna bump it up a bit. Oh, should I, though? 1 to 16. No, and let's do it. I am willing to do dumb stuff. I'm willing. Now we're in the Creepy Crypt, and this is probably one of the longest levels in existence. Yeah, creepers are pretty difficult to deal with in higher levels, so we should probably... Yeah, I can just one-shot them. Let's not do it. Yeah, this is probably one of the longest levels that one could play, but it's also probably one of the best. Yeah, like look at that. That was an interesting of just like the game prioritizing the enemy over the one that was in front. Oh snap. The range, dude, it was so tiny. Oh, nice. Pretty high level bow. I'm an invisible arrow. Alright, bring back. There is a path we need to follow, and it's that way. Yeah. I need to go up that way and around that to continue on with the mission. I'm just gonna go for this instead. Oh. Now I know there's something up here. Here it is. Another one of these rooms. That must be there. At least there are no creepers. Nice. At least there are no creepers around. Kablooey! Died of a sticky trap instead. Minecraft's creepers are just mobile sticky traps. Ah! Yeah, I can't kill him fast enough. Oh god! Oh, that's fine. Well. You know, just falling down. Some of the weapons in these games are just really ridiculous. That's a really good part about the game. It's just, some of them are just so dumb. They're just so dumb. Oh, it's one of these. Alright, let me clear up this. And let me summon David Wilson. And let us disturb this thing at all. Yeah, I'm noticing the dog ain't super good. He's a bullet sponge. I cannot believe I have to say that. The dog is a bullet sponge. But that's just the truth. The dog is a bullet sponge. Like some of the minions, like some of the pets are actually where this one is just kind of like I like it. I am bombing that. Yeah, I can deal with one creeper. One creeper is pretty easy to deal with. It's just that when they gang up on you. I know you're in pain. Oh, I'm very glad that that was the attack that I had prepped. It was not the attack I had prepped. There'd be... Not exactly sure how that one would have ended. I can join the squadron. like the dog is just a damage sponge. Like that's all the dog is. Oh, poor thing is a porcupine now. But he's just a damage sponge. Llamas are slower damage sponges, but they actually have a ranged attack, which makes them slightly more useful, if only slightly. This is a fun game. I like talking about it. I'm gonna make a video on this, no doubt. So many lootations. So many lootations. Where's the next stop? Up, I suppose? I think it's up. Yes, I know you're in good shape. I'll go. Once again, oh, what is happening, my guy? Blocked by the tree. They all got blocked by the tree. That was nuts. Right, that's the way we gotta go. Let's hit money. There's no boss, I don't think. Unless they change. Webs are probably like the scariest part about this game. And I don't mean for that to be like, oh yeah, webs are not the scariest part. Like they are legitimately pretty difficult to work around. Like of course they don't, spiders only fire one weapon. But of course when one comes around with multi-shot, yeah, does that become a problem? Seeing as now... No. Thank you, my friend. You proved your worth. For once! Hey man, a dog's a dog. That's a room filled with a bunch of bad guys. Like, the worst part is that I don't know why. No. Oh, dog, go down. Anybody else? Was it worth one pork chop and a few emeralds just to sacrifice the life? Probably. No. Really. But I can just bring him back. Now I am double the explosive. Nice, okay. We don't actually have that much to go yet. I don't think, if I remember this level correctly. This way. This is the most difficult part, is actually traversing the whole thing. Which where the boots are very helpful. Like the swiftness boots. The boots of running very fast. This way. There's probably a secret. There's probably a secret. I feel sad. Call back to Spliff. Alright, this door looks something. I think the game, it has its low points. Like, for example, this is one of its low points. Just kind of like aimlessly walking around is one of its low points. But that's you gotta have downtime in an adventure, or it's just always action, you know? Distractions. Somebody's alive? Dog, show me. Perhaps it's a Skelebro. There he is. There's more of them. Get him, dog! Don't let him take pot shots at you. Yeah, there it is. There's the chest. Your average sword. Actually below average. I'm not a fan. Don't die that way. Alright, well now I can just desecrate everything. And power. Oh god. Maybe not this. Ooh. How does one reach that location? Interesting. Oh, I must go down. Ah, I see. Interesting. Perhaps there's a little more depth to this than I expected. Ooh. He died! No! Shall all suffer. Money. Nice. Okay. So much cash. So much cash. I should fight away from this. Once again, that is a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage. I am not playing like a very intelligent fool. Get out. Hopefully we can find some health pickups. Thank you, Prospector. stuck. Oh god. Bombs. Alright, now we gotta check the other side. Oh my god! Jeez, dude, he's just eating them. Wakanda forever! And he just dives right in. Ow! My butt! Nerd. Man, these guys, they do not care. Zombies just punch you in the face. They're like, they don't even care, dude. They just punch you in the face. Oh, okay. All of my attacks. I think they did. I don't like that sound at all. That is a lot of creepers. I'm scared. I'm scared.
There are unsettling rumblings in the mountains of the overworld. Whispered rumors say the Illagers are building something dreadful far beneath these ancient mines. Something of soot, metal, and flame. Only a hero such as yourself could brave the cavernous underground and uncover the truth. the rumors are true, the Illagers are building a dreadful forge under the mountain. coven of wicked witches live at the heart of the sinister swamp. They conjure up all manner of brews to empower the Arch-Illager and his ever-growing army. If you don't find and defeat those witches, the Illagers will be unstoppable. But tread carefully. The swamp is home to many horrors. Arch-Illager's potion supply is no more, and it'll be a long time before the witches recover from this blow. Well done.
Oh, snap. I've been muted the whole time. Oh, well, that's fine, though. But, interesting thing, I hope that was the whole time. It probably was, but that's fine. The interesting thing about... I was just going on a complete rant. Let me see. Was it? No. Okay, yeah, it was the whole time. That's fine, though. I was just going on a rant on whether or not the, what is happening? I was going on a rant as to whether or not the, pets are useful. Because if you think about it, like, if you think about it long and hard... Ooh, this could be pretty good, to be honest. But if you think about it, when you use... I'm not a huge fan of dagger weapons. Also, I just have blade, so that's probably really good. Yeah, that's what I expected. Guarding Strike is probably one of the most powerful enchantments, to be honest. It's probably one of the most powerful. It has less damage, but it has an incredibly long reach. Guarding Strike is just so useful. It's just so good. It's just so good. However, I might want to go Stunning. No, this is just good. That's the thing. But what I was saying is that when it comes to the pets, it's essentially a damage sponge, right? Like hits targets. Yeah, this is stronger. Yeah, this is stronger because it can apply weakness, and I can even put multi-shot on it too. But what I was saying is that as it stands, the way that the pets work, I think, is a little lackluster. Like, it's just a little lackluster. Simply because, I might hop on TF2. I don't know. I might hop on TF2. I think I might. But I find that, ooh, Potion Berry is really good. But I find that I'm gonna be dealing less damage, but my artifacts are gonna reset upon a potion use, which is good. That's good. Yeah, Beast Surge when you're using a health potion. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I could get Potion Barrier. Like, Potion Barrier is just really good. I could get Potion Barrier because I'm going to be using potions, and then I get Beast Surge because whenever I use a potion. Yeah, that's good. The thing that I was trying to say, that also looks really cool. That is incredibly edgy, but it is very dope. I'm going to be honest. But what I was saying is that, oh, even more projectiles. That's interesting. But, I was trying to think of, like, how useful really are pets? Like, how useful are they? Because it's really just a damage sponge. Like, pets are, like... Okay, look. What I'm talking about, like, the pets. So, like, for example, the Tasty Bone here. The Tasty Bone summons a dog. I mean, yeah, it summons a dog. It summons a pet to attack with you. The problem with the pet, however, is... Now, of course, this could just be fixed by what I have just accessed, that being this armor and this enchantment. Because this, whenever I use a health potion, it's going to boost my pet's attack and movement speed for 10 seconds. So, this kind of solves that problem in the fact that the pets are slow. Most of them are really slow. There are like 3 or 4 pets in the game. There might be more. I haven't played in a long time, but the three that are super memorable is the first of all, it's the dog, and then there's a llama. The llama is the projectile. The llama is a projectile pet. It spits. That's its whole thing. And the projectile does quite a bit. It does quite a bit. But then there's probably the best pet out of all the pets is the Iron Golem pet, because it is just so big, it is so tanky, and it does so much damage. And it can deal damage to multiple enemies at once. And that's probably one of the best parts. It can deal damage to multiple enemies at once. Because it's got like a sway attack, like a swing. Because it's got long arms, it's gonna just, like, I don't like your tone, kind of, I like a cut G, just slap the guy out of existence. Now, the problem with pets as a whole, first of all, is their speed, but this enchantment kind of solves it. However, you have to dedicate an entire enchantment slot to this to just solve one problem with a pet, which you could dedicate this enchantment slot to something even more useful. But the other problem with them is that a lot of the time they don't seem to just like attack enemies. They seem to attack after you attack, which is somewhat the problem is fixed when taking into account the hunter's bow, which it's a bow literally designed for pets. Like, it's literally designed. Upon shooting an enemy with an arrow, essentially it puts like a target over their head, and boom, the pet focuses that one enemy or those set of enemies, because you can mark multiple, because then it'll just like attack one, take out one, and then move to the next one. The issue with the pets is just like, is it worth running a pet like a dog, like the dog, the Tasty Bone, the wheat, or the Iron Golem? Is it worth running those, or is it worth running another artifact, like another damaging artifact? Because when you use this, like, it really, I think it might just be a problem with the Tasty Bone, the doggo. I think that might be the only problem. There's another one. There's two more pets. Because there's the bees, which you summon in a nest, and you spawn like a bunch of them, but you can also summon them with weapons and stuff, and they deal a lot of damage, because the way that the bees work, they're quick. They come quick, and then they die quick. That's kind of how they work in combat. You throw them in, and then they get like 2, 3, 4 stings off, dealing poison damage, and then they die. Because, you know, that's how bees gotta be. But then there's another one, which it's like a set of like 3 sheep. They all provide like different effects. Like one of them is like, 2 of them attack, one of them doesn't. I think do all 3 of them attack? I can't remember. I'll have to get it. I'll have to see if I can find it and what level it exists on, and then I'll be able to experiment with it. But, hold on. I'm gonna quick go take a bathroom break. I would suggest get some water, and we'll come back, and we'll see what's going on then. Okay, and I'm back. Alright, got some water, and we are good to go. Also, yes, I probably am insane. But it was brought to my attention. There is another pet. There's another one, and this is probably the best. It might just be the best out of all the pets. By the way, I have seen the dude in the corner there, the chest in the top corner. It might just be the best out of all the pets, simply because it's full on range. Like it's full ranged and it doesn't have health. Problem is, it's soul based, and if you know, which many people probably don't know, soul based weapon, like when you can only collect souls when you have a soul item. Like for example, I have a soul item. What is this mission? Oh, Soggy Swamp. Mobs damage is increased by 3%. Pet count is set to 3. Players can have the radiance enchantment. This is an interesting daily challenge. I'm gonna be honest. This is a pretty interesting one. I might take it on, but we just played the Soggy Swamp, so I don't want to play it again. You know what? We'll do the Soggy Swamp again. Do you want to do the Soggy Swamp again? I'm so torn. Oh, we've got some good ones. Alright, I'm doing it. Okay, so when it comes to the other one, it's like you get it from like a lamp, right? Like it's like a soul lamp, kind of like a genie in a bottle. It's a lamp instead. So it's a ghost lamp. Now, it shoots projectiles, which is like that's its big thing. It's a projectile. There's no one sticking on this map. Okay, good. It is a projectile. But it has a projectile attached to it. You know. Also, that is $3. Okay. Like, as you can see, I'm collecting souls right now at a very slow rate, yes, but I'm collecting. Now, to get back to what I was saying about the ghost one, it is good because it's fully projectile based and it doesn't have health. It doesn't run off of health. However, it's always a hope. It's always a hope. It runs off of a timer instead. This thing doesn't always exist. Now, I can keep all 3 of these pets around. That's one of the big differences. That's one of the big things. I can keep all of these pets around. If I just like keep healing them up and stuff like that, like if I just keep doing that, all these pets could stay alive this entire match, and I would not have to worry at all. Problem with the ghost one. You will lose that. That will get lost. No, not even if. It will just disappear because it runs off of a timer. It's not like the other ones where they just exist in the sense that, like, they just constantly exist until they die. It doesn't have a health, which is an upside. But it being stuck to it, what do these guys have? They have an enchantment, and they all got vaporized. Okay, well, you know, that's why we choose the harp crossbow. This is why we stand the harp crossbow. But, like, it's interesting, the dynamic in this game, because, like, yeah, sure, I might be crazy and absolutely deranged. However, there is just a lot to mention and talk about when you bring up like stuff like this, like the pets and stuff. Because the pets are really just like a really complex system. Because if you've played Terraria, which some people have, some people haven't, there are classes essentially in Terraria. There's no set in stone classes, but there are like community accepted classes, and the developers of the game embrace those classes by producing items specifically for like those preset classes. By the way, this is just showing off the absolute power of Radiance as an enchantment, because I am just able to continue, I just keep fighting and never have to drink a health potion because I'm always here. Radiance is busted, I'm gonna be honest. They have nerfed, like, there have been a lot of nerfs to enchantments over the, like, maybe like 2 or 3 years that this game has existed. However, one enchantment, I'm going completely on another tangent. Oh, let's not. Dogs down, oh my gosh, dude. Dogs down, oh my gosh. Population drops to 1 on the dog count. Jeez. But there is an enchantment in this game that has probably been nerfed the most. Out of every enchantment, there is one that is notorious for its heavy rebalance. And this goes all the way back to the game's inception. This goes all the way back, which of course it's not very long because the game has been out for very long. But you understand what I mean. This goes back to like the beginning of the game as a concept. And that would be protection. Protection in the base game of Minecraft is like, it's essential. Protection in the base game is essential. Now, in Minecraft Dungeons, however, protection is busted. Like, protection was busted. Because it gave you, like, what did it give you? I cannot remember what it gave you. I think it gave you like a 75% damage resistance at max. And they were just like, oh gosh, that was a bad idea. And do you want to know what happened? Not even like a few days after launch, it got nerfed. But like, look at this. This is where the dog shines. Like, I don't really want to fight this thing right now. He can fight it for me, you know? Like, I'm taking serious damage. I'm not a fan. Like, I'm not a fan. Look at that. Oh, snap. Fangs of Frost. Hey, yo. But in that situation, dude. Oh, God. Let's not. How about it, huh? Oh, snap. Let's got them all back. But in that situation, like, dogs, absolutely insane. Literally just like body block the Enderman. Body block the boss. I didn't even have to worry about it. Body blocking. Now, to go back to protection, because I keep getting on these tangents, I really like talking about the game. Protection got nerfed so much that now it's down. It went from like 75% resistance to damage in this game. I think it was 75 if I remember correctly. I think it went from 75, literally, I believe now it is like 15. I think it's 17. 17% resistance. Resistance, like protection, is so nuts. It is so nuts, and it was so broken because it really did just trivialize every fight in the game. Like, everything became like bosses were just like not a problem anymore. Because who in their right mind cares about bosses when you just have protection? Like, you could just walk up to like any old like end game boss and just not give anything. It was so broken. However, I think the nerf might have done it a little too badly. Protection on mobs, because mobs can be enchanted. Protection on mobs is incredibly powerful still. And it is still very powerful on players. And you need to also remember, in this game, it's not like in regular Minecraft. If you do indeed have the ability to, you can put two of the same enchantment on a weapon or an armor, and it will stack. Like, and of course, those items, like those enchantments themselves, have levels. So you could get like max level protection twice, and you would have. Back then, it was nuts because you had over 100% damage resistance to everything. So you could walk into stuff and just not die. So it needed a nerf. Now, the question is, was it too much? Now, protection as a whole, as it sits right now, I haven't really gotten to play with protection very much. That's a funny mushroom, by the way. That's funny. I haven't been able to play with protection much because it's a rare enchantment. Like, it's not something that you, oh, that was beautiful. It's not something that, oh, my dogs are dying. But it's not something you usually get. It's not supposed to be like There's a reason why it's in the powerful enchantment category, which means that it's going to cost double the enchantment levels to upgrade it. So, protection was really good. Like, protection was absurdly good. But there was another enchantment that might compete for the most nerfed enchantment. It might compete. I'm gonna be honest, it might. It's probably the most, like, basic enchantment, like, known to man, sharpness. Because sharpness was very, very similar. That's an enemy. Let's just, like, prepare for this guy and just... That did, like... Oh, never mind. We're good. Look at that. That is where the dogs shine. That is where your pets shine. Because that was like a mini boss. That was a mini boss. That was a mini boss that I had to fight. But my dogs just didn't care. They didn't care that it was a mini boss. They didn't care that it was a difficult fight. They just ate it. They just sat there, passively did damage, and they didn't care. Just didn't care. Just attacked it. Didn't matter. That's where they really shine. But that's... Oh my god. That was hurtful. Radiance. Radiance kicking, please. Radiance, please. Oh my god. Ow. That is a boat. That is a name of the boat. There we go. Yes, Radiance. But as sharpness was like really good because it was like in the same boat as protection, where it had like 70, maybe like 70 or 60% increase to its damage, and then it got dropped to like the same level as protection. And then when you combine the two, because you could have like a really powerful weapon, high range weapon, just like the glaive here with like incredible amounts of sharpness. What balances the glaive is the glaive is like probably has some of the highest range for a melee weapon, and probably one of the longest sweeps for a melee weapon too. But what balances the glaive out is what balances the glaive is its low damage. What is the lore situation? Well, that's interesting. That's a point I want. Because I'm gonna make a video on this, going through the game and going over the game after I stream it a little more, play it a little more. The lore of this game, there isn't too much as to where the player character came from. Which, I mean, it makes sense. It kind of just leaves it up to you as to like, because like there's so many different like skins and stuff like that that you can use, that you can come up with your own story or whatever if you really want to. But when it comes to the situation, like the lore situation, anyways, when it comes to the lore situation of like the boss of the game, it comes down to this child essentially is getting like he's getting racially profiled, apparently. Essentially getting racially profiled by villagers in a nearby village. And the dude's got no place to go. Let it snow. And he has like no family, right? So the dude's got no family. This is also a very, very bad situation. So many questions to resolve. I should really just like take this guy off. But the kid is essentially getting, like, in a sense, racially profiled in the means that, like, oh, the dude's an illager, that means he's evil. So all the villagers in the village shun him and, like, cast him out, right? So, in doing that, the kid seeks revenge, obviously, because that's how it's gotta work. They seek revenge. The kid he's climbing up a mountain, and he finds this thingy madoodle called the Orb of Dominance, which it's like an Ender artifact essentially. It's what it appears to be. That man just got destroyed. It appears to be like an artifact of like the end and like the Enderman, the Ender Dragon, and it's called, I guess it's called the Orb of Dominance because it's just like really strong. I mean, it's obvious. It's not like controlling illagers. He's controlling illagers through his power and strength, not through the orb. The orb gives him power and strength, not through the kid's strength alone. It's all the orb. And the orb kind of like takes over his mind in the sense that like it's influencing his actions. Because now the kid's like all mean and stuff. But other than that, a lot of it's just not. There just isn't a lot of. Why are there so many skeletons? Hold on, please. Thank goodness. Okay. That is so many souls. What the heck? Why were there so many skeletons? Okay. That is this over with. Okay, there we go. But lore-wise, there really isn't too much. I mean, I didn't really pay attention to much of the lore. Well, a lot of the lore of this game comes through. It's all right. The lore of this game really does come to, like, it comes down to. I guess this is bad. This is bad. I am just like throwing this and. There we go. All right. There we go. What the lore really comes down to is like context clues, I guess, and like elements of the map, rather than things that it's telling. So like you have to look for like elements around you while you're playing the levels to really understand the lore, because it doesn't really tell you. It tells you some simple stuff that like, because it doesn't really tell you where the orb came from. That's told to you through the progression of the levels themselves, because you eventually get to learn that the orb is from the end, and it's like an ancient artifact that's just like filled with immense amounts of power. Why can I attack through this ledge? That is so dumb. But you also get to learn that apparently the orb is able to change its surroundings to be more aggressive. Now, spoilers. The DLC, spoilers for the DLC. When a lot of the DLC is filled with the DLC, all the DLC is about the orb and about the end. The orb, when it comes in contact with mobs and like foliage, it changes them to be like 97,000 times more aggressive. That's an obvious exaggeration, but it turns like a tree and a forest into like a giant like wood beast kind of thing. And it turns like a small little snowfall into a blizzard that completely tears through a town and just kills millions. In like you can see in the town in the DLC. Oh, he had iframes. I'm like almost dead. Let's just fire. Because like the dogs are gonna deal with it. That's what's good. The dogs are gonna deal damage, and I'm not gonna have to worry. Like, look at this. This is where the dogs shine. This is where the dogs shine. Now, of course, if they die, I'm absolutely screwed. Oh, I got something good. Oh, nice, another Fangs of Frost. But, the lore of this game is not, it's not told to you.
Arch-Illager's potion
That's
supply
like,
is no more, and
that's
it'll
the
be a long
big
time
thing.
before the witches
The lore
recover
of this
from
game
this
is
blow.
not told to you.
Well done.
You have to find it yourself. Through looking, like, at elements of the level, a lot of inferences need to be made. Oh yeah, I might have a bit of, this might be a little bit of like imbalance, maybe just a little bit. The game is loud, like the game is really loud. I have this thing down at like, oh that's good. I have this game down at like 30% volume, I think it's like 30%. I might just be really low. Might just be really low though. Yeah, what do I have this down to? Yeah, I've got this down to 30%. It's that loud. Ouch. Yeah, I think I'm just really quiet. I think my mic's really low. But the lore is really kind of like a lot of the weapon descriptions tell you a lot about like what's going on in the world. So if you're looking for, oh, this is a pretty good glaive. I'm not gonna lie, this is a pretty good glaive. Yeah, like sharpness. Oh, it's much better than I thought it was. It's 33. I think it used to be 50. I think it used to be a 50% boost, but now it's dropped to 30. I think Potion Barrier is probably one of the better enchantments, seeing as Potion Barrier, whenever you drink a potion, you just get a huge boost in resistance, and that's cool. That's great. The one problem though, like it's tied to your potion, which really isn't a problem. There's no real problem with it. But yeah, the lore, just to like, I keep coming back to the lore. The big thing with the lore of this game is it's not told to you, and that is something I'm not a huge fan of that. The lore, because like there's really not gonna be that much lore to a game like this. Obviously, I mean, like, well, there could be, but most oftenly there's just not going to be. Like Busy Bee, yeah, I have a chance. Yeah, when you're killing an enemy, you have a chance. Like bees join your side, which is great. But the thing is, the lore's not told to you, and that's a part I definitely do not like about it. Because I personally like reading into lore about games. I definitely like it. But, and this is a big but, it doesn't tell you. That stinks. Like, that stinks a lot. I don't like like I don't like games that don't like. Now, I'm not saying that like I always must be told the lore at all times. But what I'm saying is like a lot of this game's like lore and storytelling is just left up to either your imagination, which is fine, or it's just straight up left never told. Cause like where did the Arch-Illager come from? Like where did the big boss of the game come from? Where did he come from? Like how is he so tiny? Where did the child come from? Never says anything about that. There is never once an area where it tells you where the dude came from. Also nice. But it never tells you. And that stinks. I personally think that stinks. Oh, that's true. Fallout New Vegas does have cool lore. I don't know too much about it, but the little stuff that I have heard about Fallout is like it's very positive. I've heard pretty positive stuff about it. I only know a lot of the game from videos, especially. Like I've seen a few lore videos on Fallout New Vegas. I'm not like too connected to it. But I think this is pretty good. How long have I been streaming for? About 2 hours. That's pretty good. I think we could probably just leave off here with the Soggy Cave completed. Which one's the map? That's what I was trying to do. My bad. Map. All right, next time I think we're gonna go for one of these two. Or we're gonna go, well, we went for the Creepy Crypt already. Soggy Cave is probably what's gonna come soon, because the Soggy Cave is just, it's a really easy level. It's a really simple level. I think next time we'll go for these. And yeah, and then after that, we'll see what's going on here. It might be a little bit, there might be a little bit of lag. All right, well, thank you for sticking around. See you next time. That was pretty good. I think, yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.